Hello, it's Friday the 29th of August 2014. Now you're wondering why I'm sitting here in a bathrobe, aren't you? I am about to have a little afternoon nap. Now those of you that know me will know that I have an afternoon nap every afternoon, somewhere between the hours of sort of 3:30 and 8 o'clock. And I tend to sleep for about 2 hours, ready for my evening performance. I wonder if other pop stars and huge celebrities like Barry Manilow have an afternoon nap. Do they go to bed or do they just, watch the telly and... A lot of people watch this show just to fall asleep, apparently. I can tell how long you are watching. Little figures come up and tell me that, in a show that usually lasts an hour and 10 minutes, people generally watch the first 2.5 minutes. The rest of the time I'm sitting here talking to myself. Now the reason, so I am going to bed, but I've just had a shower. And the reason I've had a shower is that I've been very, very busy in the garden today, boys and girls. I have been to the garden centre. Oh yes, and purchased lots of shrubs because I've dug up the potatoes now. And I've cleared my vegetable patch and I thought to myself, do you know what? I've done vegetables now. Now, potatoes, digging those up, oh my God, that is hard work. That is hard work, digging up potatoes. We won't be doing that again in a hurry. I've done runner beans, I've done tomatoes, and I'm thinking, do you know what I mean? Now that I've pulled them all up, it all looks rather bare. If I had flowering shrubs there that flower at different times of the year, then it won't look bare. So that's what I've done. I've been to the garden centre and purchased quite a lot of shrubs. And while I was in the garden centre, Ronnie came with me as well. And as usual, he suddenly wanders off and completely disappears from sight. How many times has he done? He just wanders off. If you're not following him, you will lose him. And I thought, I can't be bothered. Anyway, I continued with my purchases and I went out, got myself an ice cream and sat next to the car and waited for him out there. You know who else did that? Nephew Jimmy Butler in Florida. Oh yes, we'd be in Disney and similar to Ronnie, usually they're on the phone, tapping away, tap, and then they look up and you're gone. And Jimmy did this several times in Florida, in particular in Disney. He'd be tapping away on the phone, checking why would you need to have a bloody mobile phone when you're in Disney with all these wonderful things going on around you too? I mean, you miss it all. Tap. And I would stop, right, and watch him. He just wanders, continues to wander. Tap. And I'd watch where he was. And then he'd stop and suddenly look up. Oh, where's Chris? And I would hide. Oh, and it was... I know you could see he was getting a little bit scared. And then he'd kind of back up and sit on the wall. As if I'm... So suddenly peer at a puff of smoke. It's not just once, he kept doing that. Tap. Oh, where's Uncle Chris gone? He's hiding. He knows where you are, but you can't see him. Yes, there we are. So that's what I've been doing. I did a little picture this morning of the plants I've bought so far. Have a look at this. There's all my plants in position. Tall ones at the back. Then gradually going downwards. I love those red ones. Can you see those? They're both the same. And it's very, very symmetrical. Ronnie says it's very, very important to keep your garden symmetrical. So I have done so. That's going to look nice, I think. All right, and I have since dug them in. And it's all looking quite good. And I'll do a little show from out there at some point. Okay. On we go then. Thank you very much to Angel, who answers Marge's question. Remember the plant that she was wondering what it was called? Angel says the plant is called, Latin name, Tradescant Stilomontana, or in brackets, white velvet. English name, Wandering Jew, okay? Wandering Jew, Jew. That's from Angel, who's a keen gardening expert. Thank you very much for that, Angel. What do you think about my little layout out there? They are actually dug in now. And I also bought a few bulbs and things. Did you know you could get autumn flowering bulbs? I just discovered these today. Yes, you put them in September and they come up within sort of 6 weeks and they flower. But apparently you've got to put them in separate pots because they produce very long leaves afterwards. And anything that's behind them you wouldn't see. So you can get autumn flowering bulbs. I didn't know that. Some little messages coming in about the previous 2 videos. Mary Flick writes, I'm sitting here laughing at you and Ron. I'm not going to comment on anyone's weight. You both look great to me. Oh, thank you, Mary. Although I have just got out of the shower and I was disappointed when I looked down. I down it must... Stop it now. Don't muck up your own jokes, please. John Golding, shut up. John Golding thinks we're like Hinge and Bracket. I doubt that. Do either of us wear dresses? No, I don't think so. We don't dress up in ladies' clothes. I'm not doing any of that, thank you very much. Deanna says, I love the 2 of you together. You make me holler. Ronnie, I love the head bob. I can't do that thing that he does with his head. You got the moves, I bet. How much is a stone? A stone is £14. I know you don't use that in America, all right? So a stone is £14. So Ronnie has gained £14. That was all on holiday, because I noticed as soon as he'd come back on holiday, it had grown, sort of thing. You might remind me of me and my sister the way you carry on. Too funny. Ronnie says you need to be nicer, Chris, but I suspect you both care for each other very much. Oh, no, that's a lie, Gianna. I can't wait to see him disappear under a mound of earth. I really can't. Or perhaps up in smoke. He wants to be buried. Do you know Ronnie wants to be buried in a bluebell forest? So I'm going to let him get buried in a bluebell forest. I'm going to get out all the dogs in the world to, as his favourite word is, defecate on that grave. Dogs will appear from all over the place. There you are. Perhaps you shouldn't have kept saying that word, defecate. There you are, I've got your back. Let's have a look. Oh, Joy says, I have to agree with Deanna. You are both perfect. Dear, have you got something in your eyes, Manilow ladies? We are not perfect. We really aren't. I'm telling you that now. Except Ronnie needs to show a little bit more love for Barry. Absolutely. That is a big problem of his. He doesn't love Barry. He doesn't. Do you know, I don't know how I can bring myself to tell you this. Ronnie actually prefers Britney Spears over Barry Manilow. I mean, it's... I just don't understand it. I don't understand that. How can you prefer Britney Spears over Barry Manilow? Do me a favour, please. It's true. How could he not love his music? It's beautiful. The Manilow girls will have to do a little bit of persuading. As for leaving our valuables to people... Oh, it says see more. But there isn't any more. Where did that disappear to? I wonder if I can bring that up on my computer. One moment, please. We're now trying to connect your call. Please hold the line while we try and connect you. Hang on a minute now. So where is that? What was this bit? Which was this? Oh, this was the duet programme we did on... I shall try and re-bring up that... Oh, there it is. There it is, Joyce. I can see it. I can see it. The Manilow girls will have to be a little persuaded. As to leaving valuables to people we love, dear friends, Mary and Deanna are getting my most prized possession. It's something that was Barry's, which I came by honestly, and he knows I have it. It's really, really cool, and if something happens to me, it's theirs. So I agree with Ronnie on that one. I will tell you offline what I have. You will love it. And she has indeed told me offline what she's got. But I don't know if I'm allowed to tell you that, boys and girls. So I'm not going to. It was a private message. By the way, if you ever want to send me a private message for my ears only and not for sort of broadcast or anything like that, then just put that at the top, for your eyes only for you. Sheena Easton. She was very popular in the States, I believe. Was she? Do let us know. And Mary says, you've been sounding hoarse again this week. Hope you're not getting sick. No, the voice has recovered again. Usually goes on for a couple of days. And I don't know why, Mary. No one knows why. We've been to the hospital about all this and had tests and things. They can't find anything wrong. Hope you're not getting sick. I didn't vote on the baskets. I didn't want to hurt either of your feelings. I love them both. Mary, you could be a politician, my love. You're very good at politics. She says... Do you really not drink coffee in the UK? No, I was only having a joke. A lot of people drink coffee in the UK. I love the smell of coffee, but I don't like the taste. I'm a big tea drinker. I only drink tea. In fact, when I go across the world, the only place I've found you can get a decent cup of tea is Starbucks. And that's the black leaf tea to which you add a very small bit of milk. It could be called Wide Awake, Tazo Wide Awake or something like that, I think. Okay. Let me see. Is that it today? Oh, yes. That's nearly it today. Except one other thing. A little note here from Anne McCabe, who writes, I wish my neighbours would realise how thin the walls are. I can hear everything about their life, driving me potty. Some of it I don't like at all. Well, you know what you want to do, Anne? What you do is you set up a little recorder, you record it, put it on a CD, and just anonymously post it through the letterbox. Yes. And when they knock on your door and say, did you send me? And you say, no. Oh, and then they think they're even louder than they are. I can't stand loud people. I just like a quiet life as well, you know. Anyway, it's a Friday. Tomorrow is Saturday. Do try and join me for my live chat show at 12 o'clock. Now, you can find that at unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Just click the Union Jack link right at the top and it will take you there. Okay, 12 o'clock UK time, Saturday afternoon, United Kingdom Talk Live. Have a nice Friday. See you tomorrow.